Why is hand washing with soap so important? It breaks up the oils on the surface of your hands that microbes stick to, and then they can be rinsed away under running water. I'll now move on to the pepper experiment. Pretend that the surface of water in the bowl represents your hands and the pepper represents harmful microbes that need to be washed away. Using water alone only move the microbes or pepper around. Soap breaks up the surface tension and pushes the microbes away. Now, in this experiment, you will need water, pepper, toothpicks, a bowl, and soap. Add pepper to the water in the bowl and attempt to move away the pepper in the bowl. As you can see, nothing happens when the toothpick goes in. It just pushes around the pepper. But if you add soap to the toothpick and you put it in the bowl, all the pepper starts to go away. In this next experiment, we're going to further explore how soap is used to clean things. What happens when you add dish detergent to milk? Materials you will need is a half cup of milk, 1 large plate, a Q-tip, 1 teaspoon of dish detergent, and 4 drops of food coloring. Procedure. Step 1. Pour 1/2 cup of milk onto a large plate. Step 2. Add 1 drop of each of the colors of food coloring to the milk. Remember to keep all the drops together in the center of the plate. Step 3. Dip the Q-tip into dish detergent. Step 4. Place the soapy end of the Q-tip into the middle of the milk for up to 3 seconds. Observe what happens. You will have a colorful surprise. Result. The food coloring spread out and swirled around the plate after the dish detergent touched the milk. Why? What's in milk and food coloring? Milk is 87 to 89% water. 11 to 13% total solids include fat, protein, lactose, and minerals. It is an oil and water emulsion that has an emulsifying agent for stability. It is slightly acidic, pH 6.5 to 6.7. Food coloring has water-soluble dyes. Properties of dish detergent. What is in dish detergent? Water, surfactant, and thickening and stabilizing agents, salts, preservatives, fragrances, and dyes. What did the ingredient do? Water is needed in solution to pull grease or fats away from the dishes. Surfactants remove grease by forming micelles around fat to allow water and grease to mix. How do surfactants work? They reduce water surface tension to wet things better. They help water to capture grease, break it up, and wash it away. Reducing the surface tension. Cohesion and surface tension. The surface layer of a liquid is like skin of unbalanced forces that cause surface tension. Cohesive forces between molecules at the surface are stronger than those under the surface. This forms a surface film, which makes it more difficult to move an object through the surface than to move it when it is under the surface. Surfactants.
We're going to demonstrate that right now. If we're right on the surface, it's like having arms locked and someone trying to get in. They're not going to be able to get in. But when we add a surfactant, it breaks it up and loosens that surface tension. Now it's easier for something to get in.
Surfactant molecules reduce liquid surface tension, making it easier to break the surface layer and allow liquid to spread. What does a surfactant molecule look like?
It has a water-hating side and a water-loving side. The water-hating side is the hydrophobic region. The water-loving side is the hydrophilic region. Water has a polar head and a non-polar tell.
What's happening in the milk mixture? Detergent forms micelle around the fat droplet. The attractive forces between the head groups and the water are very strong. The food coloring is water-soluble, and it helps us see the turbulent action of the attractive forces. Does the food coloring keep swirling forever? What happens if you keep adding more detergent? Conclusion. The active ingredient in dish detergent is a surfactant. This changes the properties of the surface in the milk. The dish detergent reduces the surface tension of the milk by breaking up and surrounding the fat molecules. The food coloring simply allows us to view what is happening in the mixture. The food coloring is water soluble, so it stays with the water during its turbulent ride until all the fat molecules in the milk have been surrounded. Why the extra precautions for COVID-19? COVID-19 is more severe than the ordinary flu and there is no cure. It has a longer incubation time from exposure to first symptoms. It has a higher hospitalization rate. It is more contagious than the ordinary flu. R0 is the measure of how contagious a disease is. An R0 of 1 means that one person who is sick with it will spread it to one other person and it will continue in a straight line. An R0 of 2 means that one person will spread it to 2 people, and those 2 people will spread it to 2 more people, making it go up exponentially. Flu has an R0 of 1.3 and an incubation time of 1 to 4, while COVID-19 has an R0 of 2 to 3.5 and an incubation rate of 1 to 14 days. The hospitalization rate of flu is 2%, and the hospitalization rate of COVID-19 is 19%. The death rate of flu is less than 0.1%, while the death rate of COVID-19 is 1 to 3.4%. Why are so many large group functions postponed or canceled? Slowing the rate of sick people arriving at hospitals makes it easier for doctors and nurses to treat all patients effectively. Social distancing really works to flatten the tsunami of sick people to a reasonably swell. Summary. There are 4 different types of microorganisms: fungi, protozoa, bacteria, and viruses. Some microbes are good and some are bad. Our bodies are host to many microbes on our skin and in our bodies that help us protect us and keep us healthy. Germs are types of microbes that cause disease. They have the ability to interact with our bodies and change how we feel and function. Our bodies respond to germs in many ways: sneeze, cough, headache, and/or fever, runny nose, sore throat, and excess mucus. Coughs and sneezes help to expel germs from your body. We catch and spread germs in lots of different ways. Examples include direct contact, surfaces, water, food, and insects. Ways to protect ourselves: stay home when sick, avoid touching your face, your eyes, nose, or mouth. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue and discard immediately. Sneeze into your elbow if you don't have a tissue. Don't share dishes, utensils, linens, or personal items. Wash hands often with soap or an alcohol-based hand sanitizer if no soap is available. And wash for at least 20 to 40 seconds. Why is hand washing with soap so important? It breaks up the oils on the surface of your hands that microbes stick to, and then microbes can be rinsed away under running water. Extra precautions for COVID-19. Avoid crowded places. Sick people should remain isolated, and practice social distancing and change greetings from handshakes to hugging to waves or air high fives or dabs. Thank you for joining me for today's STEM activity on germs. For more information about STEM Sundays in the Wonder Room, please visit sandyspringmuseum.org. See you next time!